Spirits review. Get that camera angle sorted. So today, on a beer gifted to me by the brilliant Dave Fell, otherwise known as Goathead on the channel. Let me just make sure I turn all these notifications off. There we go. This is Tiny Rebels Captain Insano, a 10% triple IPA. Get in. And had a cracking afternoon. Been out from, good evening Thomas, been out for a meal, been to the pub, had a few beers, had another Wraggys, and it was good. It was good to get out. Good evening. yeah. I was going to do a beer review from the pub, but I felt daft. And yeah, it was good. It was good to get out. Only had 3 pints. Well, no, I had a pint when I had my dinner, and then I had 1, 2, basically 3 pints. So it only, 4 pints in total. So not too many, but it was a nice afternoon out. And my wife tried some beer, and she actually liked it. She actually tried the Wraggys Golden Ale. Good evening, Kevin. And Edward, obviously, and Thomas. Good evening, Chris. And it was nice for her to get out. And well, nice for both of us to get out, really. Sometimes you're stuck inside working and that. It's nice to get out and appreciate a bit of normality. So this is Tiny Rebels, Captain Insano, 10% triple IPA, gifted to me by the very kind Dave Fell, or otherwise known as Goathead Fell, on this channel. And I don't know nothing about the beer, so that I've got to be honest. Let me just make sure that's on live. Good evening, Danny. How are you, matey? It was a nice steak as well, and the chips were absolutely bloody amazing. And it's nice to get back and do a beer review. Only one beer review tonight, though. I think I've had enough beer already, so not steaming, but you know when you've had a beer. So it says here, eye hops, taste hops, nose hops. There you go. We have one rule: never just make vanilla ice cream. Yeah, 10%. Doesn't say anything else, so we'll see what this is like. Good. Was she in the video? I think she darted across to the wrong side. Bless her. Yes, she won't be watching that. Met the loveliest couples in the pub as well tonight, and the dogs, and had a good chat. And sometimes just chatting to people, and it's dead weird as well, because we're sitting down, and then we're on our own in like this alcove bit called the Snug at the Robin Hood and Little John, and we're there. And all of a sudden, this couple walks in, and there were 2 dogs, and there was a bit of commotion between dogs. Good evening, Greg. Hope you had a good weekend at the doghouse. Yeah, I've been to the doghouse many times. Not that doghouse, but a different doghouse. And on that bar, in that Brewdog hotel room, look awesome. Good to hear. In that Brewdog hotel room, I suppose once you pick anything, once you taste any of that. Yes, a new Brewdog hotel in Manchester called the Doghouse. Yeah, if it was in Nottingham, it would be called the Shit House, but nothing altogether. What was that about picking beers up? Missed that for a second. Leffe Brune, $6.99. Ooh, bless you. And done Leffe Brune for a bit. So let's pour this out. Yeah, and they came, and the landlord came over, shook my hand, and then they came, and he'd done this to his wife, not knowing to me, obviously. And he's like on his phone going that, and quite strange, really, likely to be a local celebrity. Weird, but it was a good night. Yeah, so Brewdog have opened up a new hotel in Manchester called the Doghouse. I know Greg's put the video on his channel, Mr. Bullman Beer Reviews channel. So, there we go. That's better. The camera angle was about right again now. I've had camera angle issues. So, lovely looking pour. Looks like orange. Orange pour. Just over 1.5 centimetres of head. 10%. Get in. This is going to be a juice fest. You can tell, can't you? You really can tell. Have I killed it again? 1 minute. It's all right if no one's talking, that's all good. Hey, one more beer. Fair play. Let's get them beers in. Hope you stole something from the doghouse. He's a good boy. Yeah. Yeah. I would never do anything such as bad as that. I would never do that. Yes. Not on camera and things. Anyway. Yeah. Glasgow next month. A Bournemouth beer reviews. Sofa King Drunk. Dual review. A live review from Glasgow. It's got to happen, hasn't it? It's got to happen. Make it happen, lads. It's got to happen. I need to get, and I will order, some Broughton's beers, Old Jock, ready for a live Old Jock review. So yeah, orangey pour, Whitehead. Very much a tropical nose on this. It's going to be a juice fest. I can tell straight away. Juice fest, juice fest. Oh yeah. Juice fest, all right. Lovely juicy pour. And praise the Lord to my son for coming out, because it was raining when we came out of the pub, and I thought, oh, here we go. Going to get soaked. Meeting Rampant Lion on September the 6th. Ooh. Rampant Lion and Sofa King Drunk beer review then, eh? Hey, live. It's got to be done. You need these beer reviewers to meet up. You need a beer review expo, don't you? You know, something somewhere in the middle of the country that's easy to get to. Nottingham's a good place. Robbing Up Beer Festival, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. That's only because I don't like driving. But yeah, one day a big meet-up would be a laugh, wouldn't it? Oh my God, could you imagine the drink? Could you imagine the smell in the room when everyone starts dropping the guns? Oh. So, big thanks to Dave for this. Not really getting the boozy elements straight away, but obviously the palate needs a wash at the NEC. NEC, yeah, down south for me, hour away. Yeah. You need somewhere where there's a beer festival, though, so you can, a good place to meet up. Try lots of beers. Yeah, I bet he'll be happy to get home. Yeah, it can't be nice. You know, COVID, if COVID's done a lot, you know, it's hurt people's lifestyles, especially if you're used to, you know, going home even. It'd be quite emotional for James to be back on home soil. I would have thought anyway, whether he's that type of guy, you know, some people are emotional, some people are not. And beers from Scotland as well, I bet. Yes, going to the local shops, cracking up some beers. Fair play. So, good evening, Ali. How are you? So, 1, 2, 3, 5th pint of the day, or 6th beer of the day, but no, 7th beer of the day. Yeah, because I had 5 at the last pub, and before I came, got the before my son picked me up, and it is nice to get out and enjoy that bit of normality, and a good chat as well. Good chat to people you've never seen before. It's lovely. It was a really nice afternoon out. It made a good afternoon, and it's these little things, isn't it? You know, going chatting. I'm so pumped next week for Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, just to get out there and chat, have a drink, try new beers, chat to the brewers. I bet you have, yeah. Yeah. Wednesday and Thursday, I might need to make sure that I lower my alcohol content. Pity there's no theme parks in Scotland. I could do that with the wife. Go to Scotland for a theme park. It's been a while since I've done lives at this time of night. I mean, usually I've been doing them, tried to be doing them at 6 o'clock, But sometimes, you know, we're at the pub at 6 anyway, only just got home. And thankfully my son picked us up before before it chucked it down again. Chuffing weather. But yeah, a good, strong, a good theme park near Inverness. Oh. We like to do our theme parks, and it's a good chance to go to different parts of the country. For me, it is anyway. So yeah, very much an orange juice fest of a beer. 10% triple IPA, gifted by the good man Goathead. M&Ds, yes, it is. They did have an issue there of a year, didn't they? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think they had a roller coaster derail or something. 2 days off. Fair play there. An Omnipolo, posh stuff, not cheap. Blackberry Margarita Crush. No, a lot of these beers these days, you know, they're not really classed as proper beers, are they? But, you know, drink what you drink. That's where the craft beer generation really has changed the perceptions of beer, going from traditional stuff. Fantastic meal, yeah. Yeah, I went to a restaurant in Arnold, not far away from me, about a mile and a half. And had a lovely garlic white wine sauce with mushrooms, with ciabatta, a bit of salad, but that was amazing. And then we had the wife had bread and mushrooms. I think she was regretted when she saw what I got. She regretted, because what I got was much nicer. And then she had a chicken burger, and I had a nice ribeye. She wasn't very trusting of the steak selection, being as it, you know, in the restaurant. It's not an high-end restaurant, but my ribeye was amazing. So just goes to show you sometimes. Heavy Eaters by Vault City. Bless you. And good evening, Brett. What did you think of this then? Out of curiosity, because obviously I'm only so far in. Yeah, it's nice to get out, and I think this was the best meal that I've had out since COVID's relaxations have come in. The ribeye was done to perfection. There's just a nice dollop of fat in there, because obviously for ribeyes you want a dollop of fat. 18%. That's strong, isn't it? 18%. I've had one of theirs. I've had a couple from low cost that were really strong. Yeah, it don't taste like 10%. It don't. No. I mean, I've had a 4%, 4.8, 4.8, 5, and a 3.8. So yeah, 10% is quite nice. Hits the spot. Yes. And good evening, Bolton. How are you, matey? How's the brewing? So, what a beautiful pour. Tiny Rebel, obviously from Wales, and I did want to make sure that the beers that Dave sent me, I do live reviews of those, because it's all about the channel for me with Dave, and he's been a good supporter of the channel, a good friend, not a subscriber. I hate that word, subscriber. It does my bolting. I always think it's better to say friend. But yeah, looks like orange juice though, doesn't it? And into Weymouth, is that a good distance then from where you are? Early time to go to bed. I struggle going to bed early, I do. Even if I know I've got to travel the next day. Again, for me, tropical tasting, not getting that 10% at all. Although I can feel it. You know when you can feel it on your eyes, and then all of a sudden you can feel it on your head, that the strength starts to kick in. 15 minutes from Tiny Rebels Brewery. 15 miles rather. Oh, bless you. Only an hour. Oh, fair play. Not too long. Not too long then. That's good. Yeah, it's a killer travelling. I mean, when we've drove over to Northern Ireland before, we've got in the car, drove up to Stranraer. So that's some trek. Nearly 7 hours of driving. Then I had to wait there for 2 hours for the ferry to come. Got on the ferry, 2 hours, come off the ferry, and then a 2.5-hour drive over to Londonderry from Belfast. That was knackering. Yeah, still did it though. Still went out for a beer that evening as well. Legends. I suppose it's nice living down that end of the country. I suppose the temperatures are much more warmer than it is up north. Up north in Scotland, and then up in North England, you know, North England, up in where Scotland is, called North England. Good evening. Sometimes it's nice to session on one beer and just to enjoy that beer. And good evening, Benjamin. I did do a live. We have sailed from Liverpool before, Birkenhead to Belfast, and done the overnight sail. And that's why next time we go across to America, we will go Northern Ireland rather. We are going in the car because we want the boot space. Does it ever really get that cold down there? It gets cold up here. I mean, the further up north, obviously, the colder and colder. Right, modern grains. It's amazing what you learn on this brewing process. Salt ICAT, I'd say, Benjamin. Yeah. Salt ICAT. I prefer that than the Daniel Love and Hate. I've still got a few vocation beers from that. I mean, I've got my delivery from Low Cost coming sometime this week, I presume. The big boy. The wife knows I'm going to be down there. She had a good 30 to 40 minutes anyway, so I might as well take my time and enjoy a good beer. March 2018 or 17, right? We had lots of snow this year, to be fair, in Nottingham. Yeah, and lots of frosts. Triple red, 10% red. So I was out obviously me and the wife are out, and I'm trying. She's not a craft beer drinker, not a beer drinker. She likes Baileys, she likes lager shandies. And today I got her to try Left Lion from Lincoln Green Brewery. She actually liked that. She drank it, didn't pull a face, because you know straight away when somebody doesn't like something, they pull a face. I mean, I gave her an IPA the other week, and it was like, oh, didn't like that at all. And she found it very pleasant. Left Lion's a 4.8%. It's a black shale beer. It's like their version of a craft. It's not full on craft. It's like an intermediary between traditional beers and craft beers, but it was nice, and the difference in yeast was something to behold. And then I gave her some Wraggys Golden, and she liked that as well. So, and the Golden Ale, obviously, very interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, she's liked. She had an Imperial Black Lager the other week from Gunmetal, and she liked that 7% as well. I didn't get a sniff. I didn't. She just drank it, and it's like, oh, that's nice. Just kept drinking it. And I do want to, because I think, you know, I mean, these days craft beers, whereas traditional beers, it was very bloke or male orientated. Nowadays, craft beers, the ladies are joining the party, and it's great because the more the better. The more she comes out with me and understands craft beer and joins in, then I might get her doing beer reviews. That's it, but yeah, be funny. Pineapple and mango IPA. Oh, bless you. Pina colada. Yeah, you know, that'd be interesting. Your wife, at least she's into that. It's good for you as well, because you can go to the likes of the Brewdog pubs, and you know, the more, if you're with somebody, the more they join in with your passion, shall we say, for drinking craft beers, and that, the more they'll enjoy it. And then if you get slightly intoxicated, the eyelids won't batter so much, you know. hopefully. 10 new bars. Fair play, matey. I was hoping to do some beer reviews tonight, but when this couple joined us, it kind of killed that off. But and then I felt daft doing beer reviews. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? How we are. 10 years ago, I hated bloody wine. No, 11 years ago. 11 years ago, I hated wine. I hated all wine tasted like vinegar. The likes of Hogard and Duvel and wheat beers, German wheat beers, all tasted rancid as well. And our palate, you know, the training of our palates has been amazing. Did you? Oh, good. Idiots, aren't they? Why fight? The best thing about football matches is the banter. Having a bit of banter with an opposing fan. That's what it's all about, not fighting. That just shows you some of the elements that are in them crowds. But obviously, if someone's coming at you with fist blazing, you know, you've got to defend yourself, I suppose. Good evening, Lee. Your friend Wayne's making homebrew beer. Ooh, jolly good. Jolly good. So, not really getting any way near the 10% off this, but it's a nice, easy drinking triple IPA. Now, I have drank some of I've drank some of the draft beers that the Stay Puffed Imperial Marshmallow Stout Jobby. And I'm sure one of them I got from low cost was either, I'm sure one was 13, but I'm damn sure one was 18 as well. Sure it was. I'd need to go back into my Tiny Rebel breweries. And just to see what I've actually reviewed from them. I'm sure I've reviewed something that was 18% because it was ridiculously strong. Yeah, I may be wrong. You know, we can all be wrong, can't we? I have no idea. This was gifted to me by Dave Goathead. So that's why I wanted to do a live review. I caught up on all my Instagrams and all that sort of stuff today. And I've had a bit of a change around in the beer room. So let me flip the camera a minute. Oh, there we go. So, yeah. So where the DVDs are over here. Oh, you boy. Look, trip over. Yeah. I've put all my T-shirts across where the DVDs are. So it looks better that way, I think. And it hides the DVDs. Plus it shows you merch off. And yeah, massively top. And I had the porn. Yeah, there's no porn, mate. Don't need it these days. But then obviously on the back wall behind me as well, I've my daughter's doing, yeah. My daughter's bought these, but she actually made them as well. So I got these for my birthday. And because of the Chromebook, yeah. And I wanted to make sure that she's doing like a Facebook thing where she's trying to grow some sort of business. Nothing like what Liam Wusko's wife's doing at the moment, but, you know, a little bit at least. So I put her thing there. And I've got some... Oh, let me show you over here. Hey, fucking hell, don't fall over. Got my Wraggys beers here as well. And I'm just repopulating things. There we go. More beer mats and stuff. And just trying to change it around. I'm going to put that purple mousse up there. And where the Feekstons is. And yeah. And obviously, Phil Scarides, he sent me that. Some photos. He's very big into art. So it's nice to show the appreciation. Oh, my bugger me. Let's be fair. Oh! That's a fucking phone on the floor, yeah. Fucker. Oh, there you go. Phone's back. Fucking, it's not broke. That was a good one. Yes, see this on a beer reviews, do you? How many was? Fuck me. Good evening. Oh dear, that was funny, wasn't it? Anyway, yeah. Oh, thank God the phone's not cracked. I'd cry. Literally cry. Yeah. You and me both, Benjamin. I'd love to get some of Harry Bluenose Bear's beers. I'd love to review them because they're all traditional, and you know, it's just that thing. I did look once because but I think that it was a bit. I think it was a bit pricey, to be fair, at the time. An Imperial Brown Ale. I've got some Imperial Brown. It's not ale, but it's brown. I know, twice. It's terrible. My poor phone. So, yeah, it's going down well. Yeah, it's just smells like yeah. Oh, right. I've been struggling lately catching up with anyone's beer reviews. It's a struggle, isn't it? You know, life's so busy. I've been to a new garden today to have a look at a garden. Although it took me. I'm knocking on. So I get this number, and some lady wants a garden doing. I sent you them. Oh, fair play. And good on him. That's nice. Yeah, I know what you mean. How much do I spend on beer in a month? A lot. Yeah. 100, probably 200 quid a month, probably. And that might not be, that I don't really count. But it could be as much as that in a month on different beers. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I've got quite a substantial amount, but I do spend a lot. Yeah. Which is why sometimes I'm looking and thinking, no, not going to do it, not going to do it. And then like today, we've been to the pub. I'm trying to get the wife into more different types of beers and trying to get her in that. But it's good for us as well to get out. I would think it'd be 200. I would think that. Trying to get the wife drunk. She's got all her legs. She's Irish. She's got all her legs. Yeah, you never get her drunk. She's a good wife, yeah. She puts me right, so you can't fault that. Oops. Oh, bugger. Missed that comment. In at home stocks Harry's Brewery, is it? Oh, right. Okay. I'll have to have a look for that. Forgot where I was going now. Where was I going? I was going somewhere. No, forgot. No, I forgot where I was going. Bugger in it. So I swear it's old age. I was going down a road and now I just forgot which road I was going down. So, Tiny Rebels, Captain Insano. A 10% triple IPA, doesn't really say anything more than that. Gifted by the very, very good £25 free delivery. Well, that's my sort of thing. Yeah, I like free delivery. Not that I'm tight. Just ain't got a lot of money. Yeah, Captain Insano. Orange, Whitehead, tropical nose, tropical tasting. That 10% is hidden very, very well. For a second, I remembered what I was on about, and now it's gone again. Bloody hell. I'm not that bad. I mean, I did spend 40 odd quid. Oh, yeah, new garden. Fucking hell. Yeah, so I got sent this number for a new garden. So I was there, walked past the window. I can see the TV on. Good evening, Lee. It's been a while. Good evening, matey. I can see TV on in the front room. Knocks on the door. Bang, bang, bang. Not answering. It is a nice bird. Then I rang the bell, no answer, and I'm thinking, fucking hell. Rings the phone, no answer, and I thought, oh, for God's sakes. And then I walks around and I can see this person in the kitchen cutting something up, and I'm thinking, bloody hell, don't you hear your door? So I went back, rattled it twice more. She comes to the door and says, hello. I says, oh, hello. I've come to look around your garden. I messaged you earlier. Says, don't know what you're on about, mate. Not my garden. Okay. And I showed her, and it says, no, that's not me. And I thought, oh, fucking hell. So got sent the wrong address, didn't I? But the woman thought, what a knob. And yeah. But yeah, another garden. So now I'm up to about 7 different gardens to do. So tomorrow night after work, I've got a garden to sort out. Tuesday night after work, I've got this garden from today. Another 3 hours minimum of work, minimum. And then on Wednesday, I've got another garden, 2 hours. So it's going to be busy. But then Thursday, I'm off Thursday. No work until Monday. And lots of flipping boozing. I'm good with bushes. I'm good. Good at trimming the bush. You know what I mean? Good evening, Liam. Yes. I can do a good bush trim. And get me good fingers into the bush. You know what I mean? Yeah, all the beers ready. Although I do have to put some sugar into some of these beers here because they're not secondary fermenting. The gardening does pay towards the beer. Yeah, it's helping. So, 10% triple IPA from Captain Insano. Orangey looking pour, white head. There was a head, it was about that big when I first started. Tropical nose, tropical tasting, but it's hiding the ABV massively. If I was to give you a sip of this, you wouldn't think it was anything above about 4%. So when I walk out the shed, I won't be able to walk because it'll be steaming. And still not getting that ABV. Whew. Got some strength though. Packing some hidden, one of those that Juice Fest packs the hidden strength very well. Oh yeah, tickets tomorrow, isn't it? Ah, rightio. I need to go and buy my bloody tickets. I'll message the wife tomorrow. A lot of these craft beers do hide the alcohol very well, don't they? You know, and it's dangerous because when you're drinking something strong and you can taste that it's strong, you sip it a bit more. If you was in town, you know, in a pub, bought this, didn't realise what you were buying when you've had a few, start necking it, it's like, oh no, it tastes nice, and just keep necking it. And then a couple of beers later, when it hits your legs, then you really feel it. Some beers do taste sweet. If you're going to do homebrew beers, make sure you use your hydrometer though. Umbongo, yeah, that's basically what this tastes like. It's crazy. Those multi-games tables are decent, you know. I've been looking at them before. I put a snooker table in the shed once, but the shed wasn't totally level. Yeah, the balls kept rolling. Yeah, must have been pissed up when I put the floor down. Yeah, years and years ago. He does love his art. Did you ever? And good evening, Danny. Did you ever chat to him then? He's a good lad. I noticed Harry was taking the mickey out of him for chatting to people, but his hat is legendary. Oh, washing machines. We've got an LG washing machine, we have. And it's one of those that puts enough water in it, measures the weight of the wash, and puts enough water in for that particular wash. So, you know, if you cram it, it just fills it up with more. I'm actually going to be chatting face to face next weekend. I can't wait, to be honest. You plug it in Skybox? No. No. But yeah, looking forward to next weekend, and that should be good. Not looking forward to getting drunk, mind you. Not that drunk, at least. And I don't know how expensive these craft beer festivals are, but I'm hoping that some of these local breweries might cough up some beers. You know, yeah, mate, have a drink of that. What do you reckon? So that'd be nice. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It'd be interesting. You know, obviously, it's not a Tiny Rebel thing, but it'd be interesting next weekend when I go out for this craft beer festival, that if you get noticed anywhere, that will be interesting. And the likes of Craig as well. You know, if you're doing beer reviews, it will be interesting. 29, the washing machine. Wow. Although we've had one for 15 years, and that's with kids. So, you know, although I think everything these days is made to break within a certain amount of time. Yeah. It's like TVs. TVs never last above a certain amount of time. It's all because they want you to. Will I be in the VIP area? I doubt it. No. I'd be nice, wouldn't it? Is there a VIP area? I've never been to one, so I won't know. Yeah. I mean, it'd be awesome, wouldn't it, to get invited? I obviously you know, my channel has grown quite a bit, as has most channels, beer review channels, and I do put a lot of hours into it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's an experience. I mean, who'd have thought this time last year that I would have had a beer brewed in my name, you know, and actually help brew it. And so, you know, it's a journey, isn't it? It's an interesting journey. It's a hobby. Beer reviews is a great hobby. You know, yeah, you get drunk. You know, there's always that side of things. But it's like today, we had a fantastic few hours in the pub chatting to this couple that obviously recognised me. The man did. And, you know, it was great. It opened up. No, I've not emailed anybody, no. I'm not cheeky like that, no. Be nice to, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, I'm far too honest in my things. It's like I don't email companies, email beer companies asking for beer. It's not something. I'd rather just buy it, and then, you know, if they recognise, if they want to, then that'd be lovely. I tell you what, mate, it took it for those hours I was chatting. Ask for samples, yeah, I might do that. For those hours I was chatting, it was lovely. It's although I was trying to catch up on bloody the social media element. Didn't do the beer reviews, but I still did a load of social media with all the beers that I had, and it was lovely lovely for a bit of normality. And obviously people you've never met before, and lots of lovely people out there. And that chatting, it's good for everybody's mental health. And yeah, it was good. Good afternoon. Anyway, 39 minutes in, my phone has just gone below 15%, so I can't do what it did last night where it died on me. So, Tiny Rebel. Yeah, well, yeah, but on the Instagram, I'd rather you see the actual name of the beer rather than just a glass. What I really ought to do is put the glass next to the beer, put the glass of beer next to the pump, and then take a photo. That'd be the better way. I might do that in pubs if I'm allowed to. Yeah, the good fella from Magpie Brewery, Red Dog Brewer, he said to me to go and say hello. So I might get a few samples from Magpie. Yeah. St. Peter's Brewery, brilliant brewery. Their range of beer is amazing. For a traditional brewery, they do some fantastic beers. Well worth. Their Christmas ale and winter ale is absolutely amazing. And I do need to do another box, another order at some stage, just to re-review it, as it were. Well, that, you know, like anything, you want to try new breweries, don't you? You want to support new breweries. Good evening, Mr. Hophouse. How are you? So, funny you call me Ragster instead of Wraggys. That's interesting. Yeah. Obviously, Ragster is my nickname from my days doing web, looking after websites, and very, very well known for that, obviously. On your dinner break, bless you, until 11. It's a killer working Sundays, isn't it? You know, but we all make choices. Oh, St. Peter's Honey Porter is amazing. No, the ops aren't doing anything at the moment. They're growing, but they're not really getting anywhere at the moment. Next year will be better. Yeah, the St. Peter's Honey Porter. On its own, even if you brew it to the letter of the law, it's an amazing beer. If you get a bottle of Jack Daniel's honey or other honey, bourbon, and add that after secondary fermentation, wow, that ramps up the bloody ABV. Good evening. So, to end this, because I better get back up the house, no red cards. So yeah, orangey pour, juicy. That's what I've done with mine. I've actually added in a litre of honey bourbon. Yeah, bollocking off the wife. Yeah, I'm used to it. She's used to it as well. Orange pour, Whitehead. Still a nice tropical nose coming from this. 10 quid for 250 grams, right? Yeah. I'm not sure if that's a good price or not. But, you know, doing beer kits and adding hops is a good thing. Yeah, lots of weddings. Yeah. Both workplaces last week had 4 weddings at both workplaces. Those people working some crazy hours till like 1:30 in the morning. And it's amazing, you know. It must be bringing a bit of ka-ching in. And they're thirsty as well, these people are. Yeah, always the thing with work, into, you know, about hours and contracts and that. At the moment, I mean, look, I'm lucky in this workplace that the other day the boss came up to me, said he's going to put my wages up by £1 an hour, which is nice. You know, it's a lovely gesture. And I'm sure he said, although I was off tired when he said it, he's going to backdate it to April of this year, which will mean quite a nice boost to my, to my next month's wages. So hopefully I heard right. %10 for the ABV. He is so appreciative, and he says it as well. It's always nice when you get appreciation for your work. We all work. Yeah, I mean, this year, Wednesdays when I do my live beer review from Cockcliffe, I'm finishing on Wednesday. Oh fucking hell, yeah! I need to make sure that I'm a bit late. Tell them I'm a bit later. 10 minutes later at least. 15 minutes later, and I'm doing a live beer review from Cockcliffe where I'll walk around the grounds, showing you what I've done, and then doing a quick live beer review, and then go home, pick the lad up, and then go gardening. All good fun, as you know. So yeah, the ABV is still hidden. I can't get the ABV. 10% on the can, but absolutely love that. Would I drink it again? Always the critical thing with beer reviews. Would you drink it again? Yes. Yeah, definitely. Absolute juice fest of a beer. I can feel it right up here now. I I can feel the ABV here, but nowhere else, thank God. And certainly not on my voice, hopefully. But I can feel it in my legs as well. Shit. Wait till I walk up these steps and fall over. A true juice fest of a triple IPA. Really easy. Yeah, a lot of beers. Yeah, you don't really, do you? You know, it's that thing, and you don't need to drink them again because you've done them once. And I do find that supermarket beers are the ones you will do again. How many could I drink? Depends on the day. You know, there's so many variables. Probably 4 or 5. I won't want to go past 4 or 5 because I reckon you'd be absolutely steaming. Out of 5, a good 4.4. Yeah, old Tom challenged. I'd need permission first. Jesus, mate. Yeah, a good 4.4 out of 5 for this one. And thanks for checking in. And yeah, and thank you massively to Dave. Pity he's not here, but obviously we've all got our lives to you know, look after. And thank you for everybody else. It's been a great night, seeing lots of faces pop in. Lovely. And see you soon. Cheers, everyone. Right, off up the house before the phone dies. Cheers. Oh, my leg.